Hello all of you who are at home. We're missing you. I'm really missing seeing all of you. I hope you're keeping safe and well. I'm out in the garden and I'm collecting some leaves and some flowers so that we can make a nature picture. And I'm going to show you how to do that so you can do one at home as well. I've got a rare moment's peace while my little boy, who's 2, is fast asleep for his little nap, and the other 2 children, because I have 3 children, they're inside playing. So I thought this is a great time to nip outside and collect what I need in the garden, and then I'm going to show you how to make a picture with what we find. So I'm just going to collect a few leaves, whatever you can get hold of. If you don't have a garden, you could perhaps go out for a little walk and collect some, or get some flowers delivered and you could use those. However you can get some, just some little bits from nature would be lovely. Perhaps get somebody to deliver some for you if you don't have a garden. So I have got lots of buttercups in my garden, as you can see here. It's gone quite wild and I like to leave some flowers for the bees. So I'm going to collect some buttercups. I also have a lot of daisies in my garden, as you can see here. So I'm going to collect some daisies. We haven't mowed our lawn for a little while, so here we've got the daisies, and I'm just going to collect some leaves, whatever I can find, maybe a variety, a few different types of leaves. So I'm going to take something like this, and perhaps some grass as well. Okay, so let's take what we find, and I'm going to go inside and put together a little picture. So I'm inside now, and as you can see, I've got my flowers and my leaves here on the table, and I've taken a piece of paper. This is just A4 paper. You can use whatever you have. You can use card or paper. If you've got white paper, if you've got coloured paper, anything will do. I just quite like having a coloured background, so I've chosen blue, and I'm just going to take a few things and start to create a little bit of a picture. So off we go. I've got a few blades of grass, so I'm going to spread these along the bottom, and I'm going to create a lawn of grass here. If I spread these out a little. So I'm trying to do this whilst I hold the camera at the same time. This is all a bit new to me, making videos, so bear with me if it's a bit wobbly. Okay, so here we've got a little bit of a grassland, and I might add something like this, which is a bit more bushy, to my picture. Now you can do whatever you would like to do. You could do a scene like I'm doing, as if you're creating an outside garden space, or you could do an animal, or you could do a person, or you could just do a beautiful pattern, and I will show you a few examples of other pictures that might give you inspiration. But I decided I would have a little go at a garden, so I'm going to add in some lovely flowers into my garden and put the grass a bit more spread out. Now the fun thing about this is we don't need to add any glue or use any other materials really. We're just creating a picture that only lasts for a short time, because of course all these lovely natural things will start to wilt, won't they? And they will start to become slowly a little bit less alive as time goes on, because they've been picked, they're not living anymore. So I've got quite a few dandelions in my garden, so I've just picked the head off the top of this dandelion. And dandelions are a weed, but they do have quite beautiful flowers that make a nice sunshine, so I thought we could use this dandelion for our sun up in the sky. And then I've got some ferns like this, which could make a nice tree, so I'm going to pop that down somewhere there. And I'm going to add some daisies into my garden, a bit like I have in my actual garden on the floor down here on the ground. excuse me for the wobbly camera. So here they go, and also perhaps a meadow with some buttercups in, so I'm going to add in my buttercups. There we go. Now of course you could add to this by taking a pen or a pencil and drawing anything else you might want to add in here. Perhaps you could draw yourself having a walk in your meadow or in your garden, or somebody you love, perhaps somebody you love and that you miss, you could draw them in your garden. It's up to you. So this is your chance to create a picture that you would like. This is just my idea for my garden. I'm going to add a few more daisies and buttercups. Just pull that off the stalk. So I'm having to do this one-handed. It'll be a little bit easier for you because you can use both your hands. And I think I might leave it there. And here we go again. I'm just going to show you how to create a butterfly in this one. So I've chosen blue again. I like blue as my background, and I'm going to use some big leaves to start off with. I've chosen some leaves from my red robin bush. So nice big red leaves. I'm going to make these the wings of the butterfly, and then I'm going to use, also from the same bush actually, but slightly different coloured, slightly more green, these bottom leaves, the lower wings of the butterfly. Just place it where you think it looks right. Then I'm going to add on, these are the dandelion stalks. So I've just cut off the dandelion head here, and I'm just using the stalk to make the body and the little, I don't know, they're called antennas, I suppose, that go over the top. Oop. Now if we can get them facing out, that would be even better. But again, because I'm holding the camera, I'm having to do this with one hand. Makes it a little bit trickier. Okay, there we go. Put that one back in. And then I'm going to add some slightly smaller leaves on top. Same on the other side. So butterflies are very symmetrical, aren't they? So that means that if you were to cut it in half, then it would be the same on one side as it is on the other side. So it's like a perfect mirror image. It should be the same one side to the other side. So I'm going to do the same on the other side and put another leaf down on top of that one. There we go, it's not quite staying in place like I want it to. And then on the bottom half I'm going to do the same. So I'm going to put some leaves on top of those ones. So there we go, I've got 4 underneath and 4 on top. See if I can turn this one around a little bit and get these straight. Okay, perhaps I need to pull it down slightly to make a bit more space. So it's not like drawing, once you've made a mark then that's that and you can't move it. With this, it's very flexible. We can keep going back and changing it if we want to. I really want to use my right hand, so I'm going to swap over and see if I can fix this up a bit with my right hand. Oops. Butterfly wants to fly away. I want to be still here on the page. Okay, then I'm going to give it a body, so I'm just going to use some slightly smaller leaves and pop them down on top of the body there, covering up some of those stalks of the leaves. And then I thought I might give the butterfly with some of my handy dandelion flowers that I'm using up from the garden. Pop them onto the wing there, a bit like a peacock butterfly that has that lovely eye marking on it. So I'm going to take another one for the other side, because what you do on one side you want to do on the other. And then I might use a slightly smaller flower, so we're going to go for the buttercups there for the bottom leaf. So I want to sit up, there we go. And same for the other side. Okay. And then last of all, for my butterfly, I would just like to, I'm just taking a little tiny bud, which is actually a buttercup bud, which hasn't opened up yet. Tiny, tiny. I'm just going to pop it on the end at the top there of each of these stalks. And there we have the butterfly.